Hey guys, what's up? It's Sunny Boy, and boy doesn't it feel to get a nice one burst on the M16 back in CoD 4. Because I know I do. I love the M16. You know what I even love more about than the M16? I love CoD 4 Modern Warfare Remastered. My god, did they get this right. And I see a lot of people complaining, saying it's not the same game and stuff. And I think they're mistaking with the game is not the same with the meta of the game is not the same. Okay, so CoD 4 was this non-boosting game that you had to run around. There was a bit of camping, but the fact that you could kill people with a one-burst M16 caused people to play very cautiously. And when you're very cautious, you regard your life with the highest esteem. So you just didn't go prancing around the map. It's not like the new Call of Duties where you can just boost around the map, slide around corners, jump over here, fly over that. Now, I'm not bashing them for that, but I'm just saying in those newer games with the new advanced movements, you could boost and fly around corners and flank people really quickly. In this game, you had to kind of essentially run through the trenches or run in the open battlefield. So a lot of people tried to play the snake in the grass method. And I think they nailed, like I said, they nailed this game perfectly just with the campaign is amazing, the multiplayer is amazing, and I mean that's all there really is, but I mean it's so fun. The graphics look amazing for what they could have done. It literally is like all I wanted them to literally do was take CoD 4 and just make it look beautiful, and they did that with this game. So shout out to Raven, I think it's Raven Idle Software, they did an amazing job on this. Now, to the people that are complaining the game's not different, I want to get on that subject. I think the meta of the game is different. It's a completely different aspect. When CoD 4 first came out, it was a fresh game. Nothing had ever been like it. There was no these kill streaks. There was no perks. Like, customization in Call of Duty was limited to pre-loadout classes, and you just had to choose, like, were you a rifleman, were you an assault rifleman, were you a submachine gunner, were like you an engineer, were you a scout, like all these pre-built classes, and you played according to the class specified that you chose. So if you picked like an engineer, you probably had like a shotgun or an LMG, so you played suppressive fire, you tried to build stuff, fix things, and just generally how video games went at that time. When they threw CoD 4, they threw in this myriad of all this customization, and people like, oh shit, I can do all this. Like, I can run triple grenades, I can run Juggernaut, and I can run Deep Impact. Just the essential viability of the game was built around the customization, and nothing had ever done this before. So that's what made it cool and interesting, and then people learned what the best perks, what the best guns were, what the best setups were, and typically like triple stun or triple frag grenade with stopping power or jug with either deep impact or steady aim was, like, I guess you could call it the holy trinity of perks to run. But it wasn't those three exactly. You could run other things, like people ran Bandolier. So what I would say is this meta of this game has changed. The old style of the game, I guess, was a little bit uppy and a little bit faster, but that's because they had a bunch of new players. Everyone every year buys the new CoD, and Call of Duty 4 was nothing special. It was just the new Call of Duty rolling around, except nobody knew the potential it had. It was just like, you know, another Call of Duty. So that's like how we write off the new Call of Duties. Except this one had this certain special twist, and it had a lot of potential to it, and it just took off. It just rode the wave of success and never looked back. So with that, like I said, there was like new players, and then people had to learn this new system. Like I said, with all the perks and everything, people had to learn this completely new system. So you're gonna have people that are not gonna be able to adapt to the system, and they're gonna have people like me, and I guess like I don't want to call like other people like me that are better and more skilled, but that's generally what it is. More skilled players are gonna be able to find the best combinations and take advantage of the best perk setouts or loadouts that they can do, and then the players that either do not want to conform or do not want to adhere to the new, I guess, prevalent standards, quote unquote, that like MLG players or high level pub players play, Well, that's up to them. I've seen people just run, they want to run a shotgun and juggernaut, which I don't think's that great. It sometimes works out, sometimes doesn't, but if you just want to run around, or the people that run around with the explosive enhancement perk, where your explosive equipment or RPGs or grenades do a lot more damage. I don't think it's that necessarily that great, but in certain scenarios it's good, and if they want to run that, they can run that. So I think what other people forgot to realize is that this game was packaged with Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare, like I said, another Call of Duty just comes out. Everyone just wants to spend the $60 to get the new Call of Duty. And Infinite Warfare wasn't doing too hot. People weren't too hyped for it. I wasn't too hyped for it. I honestly wanted the Modern Warfare Remastered, and I was lucky to get one of the GameStop deals where you got 20 bucks off a new game. So honestly, I only paid 60 bucks for the Infinite Warfare Modern Warfare Remastered combo, which I was very happy about. 60 bucks seemed really reasonable. I mean, so essentially I'm getting Infinite Warfare for $30, and I was getting Modern Warfare Remastered for $30, which I was more than willing to pay $30. I would have spent 40 bucks on this game. That's how much I love this game. But I'm getting off topic, back to the new meta. So people, like I said, fail to realize that this COD 4, you had to buy that $80 package. Most people either don't have the money or aren't willing to spend the extra money. They're just willing to spend the $60, or they wait till Christmas to buy the standard edition. Not many people in the Call of Duty community really invest. There are some people that really invest into the game, and they take the Activision and all the Call of Duty developers take advantage of that, and you know, they rake in the money because people want to spend their money in the game, and so willingly they're allowed to spend it. They can do what they want. It's America. But with this high price, the only people that are really going to buy this game are people that are COD fans, like really hardcore COD fans. And generally, the more hardcore you are, the more time you invest into the game, the more you play it. And generally, the more you play, the better players are going to be attracted to this. They're just going to have the nostalgia effect, like people like me that get drawn to this, and you get sucked into the package and you end up spending $80. But then you play COD 4 and you're like, it was all worth it. Except I only paid 60 bucks. So with this new meta, based upon COD players that are the hardcore COD fans that want to come back and relive the glory days of Call of Duty 4, comes this whole new meta. Everyone's going to run the try-hard perks, going to run the try-hard guns with all the try-hard attachments. Everyone's going to hold down the key points. Like in Crash here, people are going to hold down Blue Building. People are going to hold down Fish Market. People are going to hold down 3-story. If you hold down these 3 main buildings, you can essentially control the flow of the map. So I think people are confusing nostalgia of the game versus meta of the game. Or not nostalgia, like people are thinking like, oh, it used to be like this, but that was the current meta of the game. There was a lot more bad players, and the I guess distribution of player skill level was more normalized. Where in this, like I said, more hardcore players are going to buy this because it's an $80 package. People don't want to spend $80. So with that, you're going to have more hardcore players. Competition's going to be higher. Not saying that everyone who bought this package with the Modern Warfare Remastered is going to be amazing players. There's some bad players, there's some not so great players. It's just going to be more skewed to the right of higher skilled players than it normally would have been when compared to the initial launch of COD 4. So I think people need to come down off their high horse saying this game's changed, it's not that different. But I will say this, the netcode has improved, so it is quicker to die, but COD 4, if you go back and watch some old videos of COD 4, I don't have any, but if you go look up XCow, great commentator, great YouTuber, all that, great gameplay. I used to portray myself and try to be him and learn how he played and play like him. So go check him out. If you haven't seen it, go watch his old COD 4 videos, amazing. But netcode has increased, hit detection's so much better. So hopefully, I ran out of time. I'll try and talk more about Modern Warfare Remastered and the changes and why it's still the same, but a better version of itself, I believe. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. I'm SunE Boy. Peace out, and have a nice day.
We're doing this thing for the boy SunE. Actually, I should say SunE Boy, the righteous panda. Let's go.